Okay, I'm about to show you what the reverse halo dash lights that I bought in 2006 look like prior to me replacing with LEDs. 6000K bright ice white at this stage because, anyway, we'll show you. I'll turn the lights off. So we've got the gauges on the dash, doing the opening ceremony, and I'm going to replace these. I've got some Epman. I actually really like the Epman brand of 52mm gauges. They're 10 colour, but that doesn't really mean anything to me. They just look better, far better. So I'll just spin the wheel around out of the way. Right, so I'll turn the lights on. So they look alright, eh? I mean, they certainly look alright. There's no two ways about that. But, you know, they're quite dim. So they were really cool in 2006. But now they're actually quite dim, especially when I hit my brights. Like so. It's just so much brighter outside than it is in here. So I'm going to disconnect the battery, which is the first thing you always do when it comes to electrics, and change the bulbs in the gauge cluster. I'll be right back. But it turns out that these bulbs actually need their own twisties. So now I'm going to have to go and spend money that I did not think I needed to spend. Coolness.
3 weeks later.
Alright, this is where we are at. Tomorrow I'm going to try and put blue light bulbs in. Well, blue bulbs on the gauges anyway, and on the high beam. And we'll see what that does. So yeah, that'll be different, but cool. Okay. Right, what is going on, everybody? I have finally decided upon the correct colours for my dash lights. So I've settled on a mixture of white LED bulbs and blue LED bulbs. I'll show you that shortly. Anyway, under here, I'm putting the dash back together now, and the things that are most important to me, that have stuck out to me, is this piece here. Comes down from under the cluster here, and it has this clip on it here. I'll come down. So this clip has a very delicate, fat hand out the way. Yeah, so this clip fits around the steering column there and attaches to that arm there, which shifts it. And this little wee thing here, this little wee tab here, you pull it down and it flicks just over top of up there and flicks onto there. So if you leave the vehicle in park, of course you would want to do that anyway, I'll fit it over the steering column. It actually clips into this area here. I actually thought I broke the piece of plastic here. I thought I'd snapped it, but it's actually a clip. So here I am all along thinking that, oh no, I've snapped it, and I got it off and I'm going to have to zip tie it on and try and make it live. Well, no, it actually, this piece here clips back up into there like so once it's around, and holds everything in position. So this is the crucial bit that I want to go into detail on, because no one else really did on YouTube. So when you're shifting up here, oh, I can't really do it right now because it's in park. I suppose I can, keys are on. That little cable will move anyway. Didn't actually move that much then, but that's okay. So didn't move that much then, but that's okay. Anyway, so I will take that and clip it together and hook it on, and we'll get that working. Cool. Alright, I've got it on and I've got it selected in a low gear. I'll just move this wire here out the way. You can see the little tab is locked around. I'll move my wires out the way too, they don't need to be there. My little tab is locked around the shifter tab there and hooked on. So that's all good. Okay, now what I found also is it wasn't selecting properly when I first did this last weekend, before I decided to change the bulbs again. And the light on it, if you follow the wee brown cable up, it has a track way up here, right here at the tip of my finger. There's a track, and that little cable has to run in that track, otherwise every time you shift it won't find park on the shifter and your car won't pass inspection. So these are the things that I've learnt, but now, I mean, of course the battery's unhooked and the truck's on flat ground, so I will show you now. The selector is in first, so we're locked into first there, second, drive, neutral, reverse, park, perfect, and same again. And then down here, same again. Easy peasy, everything's fitting the way it should be. And if you look at it there, this little lever here, see how that shifts down and back up. So to get it selecting correctly, it has to fit in that channel. And like I said, this piece here, this plastic bit, tucks into the side of this hole made for it. It clicks in at the top, and then you click it in at the bottom. You've got to squeeze it to click it in here at the bottom, and then you flip this little wee bit that I thought that I broke, and it clicks back in space, and it's nice and tight. So I can now proceed to fitting the dash. Cool.
The next day.
Alrighty, this is what I got up to last night, being Saturday night. I was putting the dash back together. All systems go, everything is working. All the shifter and that will work. If I put the key forward, the shifter will go down and select all the gears nicely. All light bulbs are working and going off when they should. So what I had to do is fade in black paint from here around here. So all of this surround here, apart from, you can even see there's a coffee stain on there. Around where the cup holder is all been sprayed. So I blocked off the switches here, blocked off in here, and you just peel the tape back up, and you create an area where you don't want this overspray to go any further, but you create an area in here where you can just sort of fade it in. Instead of taping it off and having a complete line, you can barely see just where I've stopped it before it's got to the instrument panel here, the AC and the cluster there. So I sprayed all along here and underneath here, because it was all back to this grey fiberglass colour, and all along the top, all from coffee stains, which is really annoying. So now I've got to get on and put the stereo in, and then refit this cup holder, which is a real pain. I have to glue some rubber on there and on there and on there. Basically I have to glue the rubber on there so it's actually supported. When you put two coffee mugs in it full, it doesn't sag and just threaten to fall out of the dash altogether. So that's the next step in the process. So I'm about to head on and now start with the stereo and carry on, and hopefully then we can go for a drive and make sure that everything is operational. Cool. Alrighty, it's all back together. Push the cup holder in, and it clicked over, probably clicked over a zip tie or something. Can't pull it out past there, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to sort that out But whilst that paint is soft on the top here, I'm not going to touch it. For some reason, the head unit, which comes out regularly, that is out of level, but when you're driving along, it makes good sound. The amp is pumping, the sub works. I'm wanting to upgrade and put a second sub in. There's so much room over the back there in that mesh for a second subwoofer. All the gauges are in and working. Correct color. Here I've painted this to fit in with the trim, the grey trim. So all up, when I turn the key, of course the hood's still up and looking dumb, but all my gauges there work. So my greddies are on. I'll turn that off again. I'll turn it on once more and show you the pillar ones. So we have the same opening ceremony, just the top one here. Looks like he's a tad dimmer, so I might have to set the dim. That's the volts though, so it's not too bad, and we're lacking a little, so I'll kick in the guts. And they're coming back on again now, straight up to just under 80 psi according to this gauge, so that's pretty cool. Quite happy with that, and of course the fuel light is on. Other than that, dash is back together. You can't really tell where I painted. Across there and down. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that everything works except for the LEDs. Yep. So that's open. Closed. So we're all back to neat, normal, everything's cool. So happy with that. Next, don't know whether I mentioned this, but I've got to fix this because the clips broke and the whole thing fell, so it's only held on by these front screws. I'm putting my spotlight bar, my light bar, and possibly my reverse lights up here too. I bought switches and a fuse block and everything, and I'm probably going to run the wires across here and down the pillar and right around and underneath. We'll just have to see. One of these days I want to find out what's making that horrible chuffing sound. Could be the water pump wheel, it could be, yeah, there's not many pulleys I haven't replaced, but you can hear it chuffing away like an old steam train. I don't like it. Anyhow, bye for now. Can't really see you, can we? Hey, who's this little fella here? There he is. Hello, wee mate. Did you first ride in the Dodge? Hey, kiss. Hey. Yeah. Did you first ride in the truck? Hey. You funny dog. So here we go. Here it is with the light on. Still sounds like a blinking train.